Right guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to be doing my 4-4-2 custom tactic video. This is the team that I've been using. Obviously you guys wouldn't have seen it. Obviously you've seen the pack luck that I've had. Obviously with the Zidane Untradeable. If you want to go watch that video, that is the last one I uploaded. But today, yeah, it's the 4-4-2 custom tactics and instructions. So I'm basically going to walk you through step by step on what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and why you guys should do it. So let's get into it. Here we are, 4-4-2. So these tactics might look a bit different to some people you might see using. I don't know. This is what I find works for me personally, and I'll kind of walk you guys through it. So defensive style, I've got on pressure and heavy touch, just because I find with the way the formation's played, I find that pressing quite high is good for it. So let's not do that. So therefore, really, if you're pressing a heavy touch, what you want to do, you want to wait until they basically make a pass that kind of may trap their player a little bit. And as you can see in the bottom right corner, then your team will kind of pounce on them and pinch them in. And very rarely will they escape that. And I usually find it a really good way to win the ball back high on the pitch. So defensive width, I'm only using this for the reason of I don't like my fullbacks being too wide when I'm trying to defend. I like them being quite close to the centre backs, just so that basically people's strikers can't make those runs in between the left backs, right backs, and obviously the wing backs and the centre backs. Also, as well, I feel like it just makes it more compact, and because I find that wingers are quite easy to defend, at least for me. But I wouldn't be surprised, and it wouldn't be a bad thing if you guys were to use a bit more of a wider width. You could really do anything. It's just my personal preference. So depth, I've got on 4, which I do think is a higher depth than most people are using. Because if you go in foot champs, most people are playing drop back 1 depth, which unfortunately is just the rubbish meta of today's FIFA. But there we go. So yeah, I'm using 4 depth just because I feel like this, like I said earlier, this formation is good for pressing high up the pitch. So I want my defence in and around those strikers. But again, you could easily use it 1 up. I just prefer them having slightly inside the box instead of slightly out. But there's not really a huge difference. It really just kind of depends on, again, just personal preference. So offensive style is going to be long ball, just because I find personally that with this formation, when you're pressing high and pressing quite high up the pitch, you win the ball back in some good positions. And usually, like the person you're playing against, their fullbacks will be slightly higher than the centre backs, as you can see here. So I usually find that's a good opportunity for your left mid, right mids, and your strikers to get in behind. And as we all know on this game, through balls are pretty broken. So you can usually find a through ball or some sort of over the top through ball to one of your wingers or your strikers, and it's just a good opportunity to kind of get a goal, an easy goal that you shouldn't really be able to get on this game. But that's just the way the game's played. So on offensive start, I have 5 width. I don't want my attackers too wide, because I want them to be linking up with the centre mids. I want them to be linking up with my strikers. I feel like if I have it much wider than 5, they'll kind of almost hug the touchline, which I don't personally like. I feel like then they're too far away, they get isolated, which then isolates the strikers and the midfielders, and it kind of just breaks down the whole formation for me. So yeah, and as well, I genuinely find that the left mids are the ones that kind of start off the little passing triangles and the patterns between the left mid, centre mid, and the left striker, or the right mid, right striker, and right centre mid. So I like them close to my players. I don't like them too far away. Players in the box I've got on 5, just purely because if you put it any higher, as you can see, then you're basically your whole team starts to commit to the box, and your midfield is really important in this formation. It's probably, in my opinion, the most important part of the team. It's the kind of line between, it's what protects your defence, because you don't have the 2 CD like in 4-2-3-1, right, where you have the 3 cams, which are almost what this is, the 4-4-2 for midfield is, and then the striker. What you have is because on 4-2-3-1 you have 2 CDMs, so they can kind of protect the defence, whereas you don't have that kind of security with this formation. So I won't go any more than 5, just because I don't want the centre mids pushing too far in. I wouldn't blame anyone for even putting it on 4, just so both of the centre mids stay back. But yeah, that's what I'll use personally. I definitely wouldn't go higher than 5 in 4-4-2, just because I feel like then it leaves you liable for a counter attack, and that isn't good for anyone. Corners and free kicks, I kind of have them again the standard. I don't feel like this is pretty much what everyone will use. I don't want them too low because I don't want them being useless. I want chances to score from them, but at the same time I don't want them too high because then the counter attack is definitely a possibility, and you can get countered in too many different ways as it is already on this game. You don't need another one. So instructions are pretty basic. Both of the strikers I've got on stay forward. I don't change anything about the support runs. I don't want them drifting too wide, and if they stay central then they don't make any wide runs, which then kind of just makes it too easy for your centre backs to defend. I don't put them on getting behind just because I feel like they run away too much and it makes it way too hard to build up play. And then obviously interceptions doesn't really matter for your strikers. I'd either put them on normal or conservative. It's really up to you. So yeah, both of those guys are on stay forward. So the left mid and right mid both have the same instruction, but I'll just kind of go through it with one. I play cut inside just because I feel like I said about the passing triangles earlier on, it helps just link up this little triangle here. And then obviously this little triangle here as well. These are the best ways you're going to find your attacking play, building up through these, and then maybe a quick 1-2 with these or shooting. So yeah, I like it purely just for helping create those passing diamonds and plays and whatnot. I put my strikers on getting behind, not my strikers, sorry, my wingers on getting behind, just because as I said with the long ball formation, it kind of like with the long ball tactics, sorry, it helps with that. If you play long ball, obviously your players are basically like your midfielders are going to be looking for that pass over the top, and it'll make your strikers make that run anyway. So you want your left mid and right mids doing the same and making those runs in behind, just because then when the wing backs kind of push up, you can get in behind that space, and it kind of tends to a lot of easy chances that you might not have got in other situations. And then I've got in getting to the box, which I don't feel like a lot of people use, which I do feel like is a really, really good tactic for the left mid, right mid in 4-4-2. Just because I feel like with cutbacks being so good this year, as they are most years, it just helps for them to run into that space, which kind of helps it happen more often, and it kind of just helps the AI's attacking mentality a bit better, and they just kind of get in better positions personally. So my centre mid instructions I've got on, they're pretty basic. I feel like this is what most people would use, and probably people would know what to use. I've got a stay back while attacking and cover centre. There's not really much to say about it. I just want them to try and protect my defence as much as they can, as well as getting forward. So that on the rare occasion, I don't want to get forward too much, just helping build the play up. So yeah, I have them sitting back, and then the full backs again, I have them on stay back while attacking and overlap, just purely because I want them helping the left mid, right mid when they're going forward. I feel like a lot of the time, if you can pass the ball into left mid, and sometimes the striker or the centre mid might not be there, then your winger coming on the overlap can really help just with options. Obviously, this is a very attacking formation. I do have him on overlap as well, but that wasn't on for some reason. So yeah, both of them on overlap just to help each winger with the attack really, and that's about it. So yeah, they're my tactics and instructions. Hopefully this will help you guys. It's helped people before. When I've done the one-on-one coaching sessions and things like that, it's really helped. So yeah, 4-4-2 is definitely one of the best formations in the game, and hopefully this can help you guys. So this will be the end of the video. Hopefully this can help you guys. Leave a suggestion of what formations you want done in the comments. I've used pretty much every formation on the game, so if there's anything you guys are really wanting, let me know in the comments and I will get that done for you guys. But for now, it's been me, Clutch. Hopefully you guys like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace.